Hello and welcome. This week, if you tune into television, there is no way you can tune out Aamir Khan. If you don't catch his television debut, Satyameva Jayate, on the Star India network, on Doordarshan and beyond, you will catch him in conversations like this one. He's joining me on Beautiful People today, not to tell us what his show is about, but to tell us why he's doing it and, more critically, how he's doing it. Remember, this is one of the most successful, if not the most successful Hindi film actor of our times. He's stepping into a new direction. The question is, will his fans follow? Or rather, to put it in Aamir's own words, public baithegi kya? $1 million question, isn't it?
Yeah, $1 million question. Well, I'm hoping that people will be keen to watch the show and will connect with it. I'm hoping that will happen. Let's see, we'll get to know.
There's someone who's studied Indian media, television very, very closely. It's, you know, the audacity of ambition. You've heard of the audacity of hope. This is the audacity of ambition. This is the audacity of being Aamir Khan. And I mean that positively. This kind of scale. You take a look at the time slot you're looking at, Sunday, 11 o'clock, dead, sheer drop in viewership. You know all that. You've heard all that.
Yeah.
Simulcast, Doordarshan, many languages, not entertainment, but entertainment. Why did it have to be so big, so bold, so breathtaking in its scope?
You're beginning to scare me suddenly.
That's not the intention.
No, I have to say that I agree with you that it is an extremely audacious step, and I have to say that it is also, I believe, my most ambitious project till today. And the reason is that when this concept came to me, and it began with Uday actually, you know, meeting me with an offer of a television show, which was a game show. This was about 3 or 4 years ago, and I said to him that I like watching game shows and taking part in them, but I'm not sure that hosting one would excite me. So I turned it down. So he told me that, why don't you think of television and what would you like to do in TV? And then I began thinking about it, and when over the months that I thought about it, this concept kind of started forming in my head, and I began work on it. When I met Uday, maybe a year later, sorry, from the time that I met him, about 2 years later, I said to him that this is what I'm thinking, and he was most excited, and he really liked the idea. And in that meeting itself, which was the first meeting, he, within 2 minutes said, I'm on. I said, there are 3 things that I'd like from you. And he said, what are those 3 things? And I said, one is that I'd like this in multiple languages. And I'd like to reach people in there.
So you wanted language reach?
Yeah. The other thing that I asked him for is Doordarshan. I said, I want to go day and date on DD. I was very hesitant when I was asking him that, because I thought, you know,
there's a competitive element there.
Yeah. So, but to his credit, he didn't hesitate, and he said, "Yes, we'll go for it." I don't work with DD or for DD, but I'm going to try for it, and you should also, and both of us together will try and make sure that it comes on DD. But I would like it.
And what was the third?
Third was Sunday morning. I said, I want Sunday morning 11. He said, it's yours. Nobody wants it.
Yeah, because whatever you do will be, you know, will be
he said,
great.
because Sunday
there's
morning
nothing there.
It's like graveyard time. That's the only one. He said, are you sure? Because, you know, you should be on prime time. And I said, no, I'd like Sunday morning 11 a.m. because I feel that's a day that everyone's free, holiday, people are free from work, kids are not in college.
But so Aamir, I get
families together, you know.
Yeah, I get the way you pieced.
Plus, I don't want to compete. You know, I feel that the kind of show I'm making is, I believe, a show that it'll interest people and it'll really engage people.
And it doesn't fit into what exists, isn't it?
You know, it doesn't fit into what it exists, but not for that reason. Not for that reason. I'm wanting a bigger commitment from my audience. I'm asking them for a bigger commitment when they're watching my show, and I want them to know that. Even before they sit down to watch my show, I want them to know that I'm asking for a bigger commitment. So I want you to take out time. So if you want to see my show, I want you to take out time and come and see it.
So Aamir,
it's not something I want you to watch while you're switching channels.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That this is the audacity of being Aamir Khan, isn't it? Because like I said, you know what I mean by this is that look at what you expect and demand from people, and I hope you get it.
Well, In terms of the platform, I have been given it by Uday and his fantastic team at Star, I have to say.
Why this scale? Is it because of the kind of impact you're looking to have with the content you're making?
Yeah.
Or is it because you're Aamir Khan and this is what you deserve?
No, not because of that. It's because I want to have the impact that I feel a show like this should have. So, because of the content. The content is such that I believe that every Indian, it should be available to every Indian to watch. That's the intention with which I'm approaching this. I want to reach out to every Indian because it concerns all of us. That's what I believe, and that is why I'm trying to reach, every Indian across the board. So with that in mind, this platform, whether it's DD, whether it's in multiple languages and all of that.
11 o'clock on Sunday, all of that.
So all that is driven by the content. Not because I feel that who I am and all of that, no.
What do you want the end result to be?
The end result.
You want to sensitize us?
I want to sensitize people. I want it to be a discovery for all of us. And if I discover something, then it will shape my actions in some way or the other. It will shape my thoughts in some way or the other. I'm hoping that, because I feel that I would like to talk to people about certain things. I would like to bring them into the public domain and speak about them, understand.
Do you see yourself via this show as a change maker?
No, because who am I to change people? But I do see myself as someone who's going through a change. I see that I am going through a change, and that is what I can concern myself with. If you are going through a change or not, that is something that you need to ask yourself. So I'm not making any claims to change people. Who am I to change anyone? I can change myself though, and I think that's the biggest thing that I can do about myself, is to understand things for myself and change things for myself.
Your show so far is shrouded in secrecy. We don't know what we're going to see, and that's interesting. But you're also relying on our blind faith in you, isn't it? When I say our, I mean whether it's the sponsors who put in money, whether it's the public whose time you want, every Sunday. What are you saying in the promos? Ab aapke Sunday ho gaye mere. So why do you think we should give you our blind faith? Because that's what you're asking for.
Well, it's not entirely blind. I mean, if you want to know what the show is, the title tells you that. Satyameva Jayate. The title tells you what the show is. You know it's not a dance show. You know it's not a quiz show.
You know what it's
so,
not.
No, you also know what it is. I think that on a very deep subconscious level, you know what the show is. I don't want to spell it out because I don't want to make it. I want you to experience it in its finer ways.
No, I can understand that.
So I'm saying that the fact that, what the show is, I think people, the promos and the title itself will tell you what the show is. And as you rightly pointed out, if we talk about the people who have invested on the show, people who have bought time on the show.
And you're a man who's very careful about ensuring that your investors get their returns. Exactly.
So, well, I think I've sincerely worked towards that. And if I fail them, then I am responsible for that, and I expect them to not trust me again.
So you're
putting I'm prepared to take the rap on that.
You're putting yourself out there completely. There's no fallback, no hedging.
Because I have to say that the people who have connected themselves with this show have done that in faith, in good faith, and they have trusted me.
Not blind faith.
Well, blind faith, actually blind faith in the sense that they have trusted me. They have not asked to see the show. They have not asked for an explanation of what the show is. I think that's never happened before. So I'm touched by the trust and faith that they have in me, and I hope that I don't let them down.
But does it scare you sometimes that you're able to command so much? Is that scary? Is that a burden? It's like the power of Grayskull, for lack of... you know what I mean?
No.
It's
That's
just...
a funny one.
Yeah,
no, but no, it doesn't scare me. I have to say it doesn't. I have to say that I feel... Okay, let me put it this way. If I was messing around with this, then it would scare me.
But you're giving it your 100%.
I'm giving it my 100%, and I'm being really sincere towards that. So if I fail, I may fail, but I know that I've not, from my side, tried to, I've not let anyone down. I know that I've given it all.
today in the atmosphere that's prevailing in society, there is a sense of cynicism, of bad news, too much. There's a surfeit of bad news, of hard issues, isn't it? Corruption, scandals, you name it, and it's there every day, day after day after day. Given and the news channels are doling this out round the clock. Given that there is a surfeit of this, given that it's there already available to people to engage with if they want to, was this a calculated risk? Because you are putting a show which is a tough show. You're asking people to think, I'm guessing, and you want people to confront issues.
Well, it's not current affairs. My show is not current affairs, so it doesn't clash with news in any way. But it is.
No, it's not about clashing directly, but it's like, I'm already, as a person who's watching and consuming news, I'm already inundated with the bad news.
Okay, so I'm not going to, my intention is not to depress anyone. Very clearly that is the case, because I don't want to be depressed myself. I believe that I'm an idealist, and I believe that I would like to see, there are various aspects of anything, and I believe in being honest, but along with that, I believe in being positive.
So anybody who's watching the promos and is expecting this hard lecture, sermon, show is thinking down the wrong path.
It'll be a heart-to-heart conversation. I don't want to describe it with the words that you've chosen. I'd like to describe it with the words, I would like to describe it in this manner, that it's something that's close to all of us, and something that impacts us on a daily basis, whether we like it or not.
I was watching the promos, and humor me a bit, I see two different strands in the promos, okay? Some set of promos are could be interpreted as, okay, Aamir is going to give us a lecture, get ready now. And the other strain...
Was Three Idiots a lecture?
No, it wasn't.
Was Tare Zameen Par a lecture?
It wasn't, but the messaging was very clear.
Was Rang De Basanti a lecture?
No, it wasn't. Okay, so I think, so everybody who thinks that, I think, has got their answer. Okay, fine, I got it. And I think viewers have got it. I was told by many advertisers that that Aamir has requested all his brands, or all the brands that he endorses, to stay away from this, and has requested them not to release any advertising that he is in at this time.
No, actually what I've done is I've stopped endorsing things.
So you sort of suspended your endorsements?
No, I've terminated the ones that I was doing, and some of them which got over, we have not renewed. So as of 31st of March, I'm not endorsing any product.
You have no endorsement?
No.
But you could go back to some. But those will be from scratch?
Those will be from scratch. I have ended all my endorsements because I didn't want to be endorsing anything.
Why are you setting up such hard targets for yourself?
No, I didn't feel like emotionally. Emotionally, I felt that right now when people are watching me, they should just watch me in the show, and I don't want to be endorsing any product. So I requested, I have the highest regard for all of my brands, and I've had a great relationship with all of them, and I have the highest regard and respect for them, and there's no logical reason why I can't be endorsing any of these fine products that I've been endorsing up till now. But just emotionally, I felt that I would, I don't react logically to things. Unlike what people imagine that I'm a very logical person, actually I'm extremely emotional. So I felt emotionally that I don't want to be endorsing any product while I'm doing this. So some of the contracts were naturally ending before the 31st of March. Some of them were there beyond that, and I personally requested each of the clients that this is what I'm feeling emotionally, and they respected my feelings and emotions.
It's goodwill that they have towards you.
Yeah. So all of them have ended by 31st of March, and the show is now coming on 6th of May. So there's even a cooling period of a month, a little more than a month. So you won't see any ads of mine. You won't have seen any ads of mine anymore. The only campaign that I'm working on is the campaign which is against malnutrition. So this is a campaign that I've been working on for the last 1 year or a little more than that, for the Women and Child Development Ministry and with
So
UNICEF.
no commercial brands.
No, so obviously I'm not charging any money for that, and so that's something that I'm doing pro bono, and so and that campaign will break maybe in 3 or 4 months from now. So even that won't be on TV actually.
The flip side is all the guys who were your brands are missing out on an opportunity. This could be the biggest opportunity in a long time, and they're not able to participate in
No,
it.
of course they are. They can of course run ads and buy time on my show if they would like to.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm not endorsing anything right now. Of course,
Right.
anyone can participate in this. Yeah.
And you would go back to endorsing them once you finished
I'm
if
not
you feel
sure.
like.
I'm not sure. Let's see.
Clearly, you don't need the money. Okay,
No,
all
it's
right.
not that. I mean, it's not the money, but it's just that for me, money doesn't excite me. Is it important to me? Of course, it's important to me, and I want to have a comfortable life and look after myself and my family. But that's not my driving force, and therefore, could I have earned 100 crores more by doing 5 ads? Yes, but I don't want to do it right now.
Would there be conflict of interest issues if you had continued with endorsing those brands and the content of your show? Could there be possible areas of conflict? May not be in this series, but
Yeah,
if you were
they
to
may
do
be.
another
They
series,
may have been.
there may have
They
been.
may have been.
Okay, all right.
Though I doubt that very much because I'm also
Careful.
Careful. This is a very difficult question you ask because it depends on how you look at it.
Nazariya.
What is your point of view? Because at the end of the day, where do you draw the line
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
So I decided to just
Close it.
not have a line.
So Aamir, the other thing is when people see that song and if they are political journalists,
Yeah.
you know what they'll ask? That
What?
looks like a campaign video.
Oh, like for an election campaign? Good God. No.
Oh, it's why Sachin is in the Rajya Sabha now. He's an MP.
Yeah.
He's a friend.
Sure.
You're a guy who already thinks about these things. It matters. Aamir for president, I can say it.
Politics doesn't interest me
At all?
at all, and I don't think that I feel that I can contribute much more because why would you go into politics? Because you want to contribute towards your country or towards society, and
Yeah.
I feel I'm already
You're doing
that. I can do that from where I am. I don't need to change
And
my
you have more
position.
control in the areas that you know
I
best.
feel more comfortable and happier in this space. When I want to make a film about childcare and education,
You can.
I can do it freely, and I can have, through my chosen profession, I can reach your heart, hopefully, and connect with you and communicate with you. And if I'm able to do that, if I change your heart about how you feel towards children, then maybe we don't need a policy because I've changed the way you think.
Yeah. So you're saying you can be more potent.
I don't need a law after that.
Yeah, and you're more potent outside.
Yeah. So if I tell you
politics.
that you shouldn't be doing this because there's a law,
Yeah.
or let's create a tough law to do this, but if I change the way you think, you won't want to break the law perhaps. So I feel from where I am, I can contribute a lot in a very positive way, towards the same society. So I'm happy where I am. I don't want to go into politics. I just feel I don't belong there. And I feel it'll be somewhere where I won't be able to do much.
I'm happy that you're making your debut in television and that the small screen is not going to be called the idiot box anymore because I used to take it very personally. But what happens to the movies? You produced some fabulous movies in the last
Yeah.
4 years, isn't it? 3 years.
Yeah, well, the movies are very much there. Talash is complete. It's got a
Yeah.
bit delayed because of the
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah.
So it's coming out on 30th of November. And so Talash is ready. It's a film that I'm most excited about. And I think it's turned out really well. Reema's done a wonderful job.
And what about the stuff you're going to produce? Because those can't happen till the TV
Yeah.
show is settled and on its
So
way.
there's Talash coming
Yeah.
on 30th November. There's Dhoom
Yeah.
3, which I'm starting
Yeah.
now in the next month or so. And then there is Raju Hirani's next film that I have signed on, which again is a very exciting project. So I've got 3 films lined up.
But Aamir, I have a question. Some of these have got delayed because you are doing this project right
That's
now
right.
and it's important to you.
That's right.
So your gratification is delaying these people's gratification, isn't it?
Yeah. Please don't say it on TV. They'll as it is, they're upset with me.
So the question is it goodwill? Is it goodwill that, you will make good some way or the other?
Well,
Aamir
I
will come
think-
good for them when the time
No,
is
I
right?
think what they
Or is
trust
it
is-
they need you so they'll wait?
No, it's not that. It's. These are all very talented people. I need them. I need them. I think Dhoom 3 is an excellent script. I'm so looking forward to starting it, and I think Victor is a wonderful director. who, in my little interaction, I have felt that I'm really looking forward to working with him. Raju is someone I really highly respect and love, and Reema's done a wonderful job. So these are all very talented people who I want to work with. I think they understand that perhaps this show became much larger than I thought it would
be when you
and it took much more time than I thought it would take. We had a little bit of an accident of where our set burnt down, so we got delayed because of that. They understand that I'm sincere towards their films, and I mean our films, and that even I'm not happy with this delay. They understand that.
And you'll make good.
So I hope I hope that I'll make good. Yeah.
You're living a lot on hope, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of hope.
Final question, Aamir. Final question.
Yeah.
This is bold. I've already used the word audacious. I think late last year you had another child and you made surrogacy and IVF suddenly something that everybody, you put it out on the table, okay? So, and it gave a lot of people hope, which I really sort of appreciate that. Now the question is, do you have any fear of failure in anything that you do, whether it's personally or professionally? Because you don't seem to be playing by the rules. At least I don't think you're playing by the rules.
No, I'm not. But hope is the correct word you've used here. I think I am hopeful. I believe in hope, and I want to give hope. So whether it's through the show, the hope is what and faith is what I want to give people, and want to hold close to myself as well.
Their faith, your hope. I'm being mean. I'm teasing you.
No,
Aamir.
but hope. I'm hoping to make good. Yeah. Let's see.
Well, we wish you all
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you.
It's audacious. I'm going to look at it closely. Whatever it is, you can forget about the ratings, because something like this, you know whether it's a hit or a flop. Like you say, the market gets to know, isn't it? And people get to know.
I think in today's date, with so many forms of communications coming up, and as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I have people can write into us. We have an address that we give on the show. Our website is there. Twitter and Facebook is there. So within the show coming out on the 6th of May, I think by the night of 6th of May,
you'll know.
I'll know, and within 3 or 4 days we'll get letters as well. We'll know within the first 3 or 4 days exactly what people feel about the show.
And it'll be colossal, whatever it is, good or bad, it'll be colossal.
Public betting. You know the story about public betting?
Mughal-e-Azam.
Kiyasab used to say this when people used to show doubt. Not that I'm comparing myself with Mughal-e-Azam, but I'm comparing with myself with that line, public betting. I'm just hoping public betting.
So, well, you live in hope, and we hope it all comes good for you. Wish you all the very, very best. And I think we should talk
once the show is on air. I'd like to do that.
Air. Either way.
I'd like to do that.
Either way.
Either way. Absolutely.
Post-mortem.
Yeah, post-mortem.
Good or bad. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.